Good morning. I'm on the way back from New York, having attended the International Convention of Chabad Rabbis. I'm on the way back to Palm Beach with a great deal of inspiration. This week's Torah portion begins the story of Isaac after the passing of Sarah and Abraham in last week's Torah portion. Isaac was the first-born Jewish child. And in a sense, his job was even harder, more challenging than Abraham and Sarah. Because Abraham and Sarah were founders. They were pioneers. They began a new enterprise, the Jewish faith, the Jewish religion, the Jewish family. They were the ones who heard the word from God, Lech Lecha, go to the land that I will show you and I will make you into a great nation. But Isaac has the task of continuing what his parents began. Hence, in every generation, the privilege and the task of Jewish continuity. But that task begins with the parents' obligation of Vishinantam Levanecha. You shall teach the Torah to your children. In order for Judaism to continue in every generation, the parents must inspire and educate their children to give them the opportunity to carry on what our ancestors began. You know, there's a great phrase, it runs in the family. But the most important thing to make sure that runs in your family is Judaism. And that only happens through Jewish education and Jewish observance. And so Isaac, who did not get an added letter to his name like his father, who became Abraham, and did not get the letter Hey like Sarai, who became Sarah, he is the same Isaac. But he has to carry on and continue what his parents began. And yes, he was so successful that he passed it on to his son Jacob, who passed it on to the 12 tribes of Israel, who passed it on from generation to generation, all the way down to us, until this very present day. And every one of us has to make sure that we're the newest link in the next chain of Judaism that could only flow and run through us and through our families. Yes, everyone wants to be an innovator, everyone wants to be a creator, but sometimes the challenge is to start again and to carry on. And not being the first for the first time, but being the first for the second, third, and even thousandth time. Because with our generation, there cannot be any subsequent future generations. Last night, one of the speakers at the convention was George Raw, a noted and renowned businessman and philanthropist, and great supporter of Chabad internationally. And he told the following story about a Jewish girl by the name of Miri, who received a very weak Jewish upbringing and arrived at the University of Virginia. And when she arrived at the University of Virginia, she went to the orientation day, and there were different activities that you could sign up for, different organizations. And she went to the table of Chabad and she put down her name and her email. And in the subsequent weeks and months, she got multiple emails from the Chabad Rabbi Meir, inviting her to this event or that event, but she ignored them all. She was busy with her social life, with her academic life as a freshman. One day, Rabbi Meir decided that he would call all the students who had signed up but did not respond to any of the emails. And he called Miri and he invited her for Shabbat dinner. And Miri says it was her first time she ever attended a Shabbat dinner, let alone in an observant home with an observant family. And she had such a wonderful time that she decided to come back again and again. And she became intrigued and then fascinated and then enthralled with Judaism, to the point that one summer she decided to go to Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem, to Israel, and study in a yeshiva called Mayanot. And she went to Israel and devoted herself to learning the Jewish heritage that she was never given as a child by her parents. And there in Israel, she ultimately met a young man by the name of David Burke. And ultimately, she got married. And today, she and her husband, Rabbi David Burke, serve as Chabad emissaries at Cornell University. That's the story of Vishinantam Levanecha, teach Torah. And then as Jews, we take that Torah that we've learned and we share it with others, and then with others. And like Isaac, we carry on the great legacy and heritage of our forefathers and patriarchs and matriarchs spanning thousands and thousands of years. Have a wonderful day.